One, two, three, four. What's up, replay viewers? I'm going to tell you the four pillars that you need to focus on for your online business to thrive. Okay, if this is the first time you're catching me live ever, drop a one in the comments so I know who you are. I'm going to come back around and say hello to you. We're going to connect and we're going to be friends for life. If you're watching me, like always, drop some love in the comments, say hello, let me know you're around. I do appreciate your time spending it here with me. In today's broadcast, I'm going to tell you a little bit of my story, a little bit of my pain, and a little bit about the four pillars that you need to focus on in your business. And if you simply just focus on these four pillars, if you write them down, if you put them on your computer, if you put them in your notebook, in your phone, if you just think about these simple four pillars that I'm going to go over, it will just drastically change everything in your business. Okay, what's up, Angie? How you doing? Angie says she can see me live from New York. How you doing? As you guys are jumping on, please let me know in the comments where you're coming in from, what you're doing over there. It's about 8 a.m. here in the Philippines. It's a beautiful Thursday morning. For all of you guys in North America, if you want the lotto numbers, just ask me. I live in the future, so I could probably let you know. I just got off an amazing Zoom hangout with our Explosive Entrepreneurs team. We are a growing group of digital entrepreneurs that are working part-time on our fortune while we're still working full-time at our jobs. Okay, so anybody who tells you they don't have time to do this, I call bullshit on that, okay? Because I know people on my team that work full-time jobs. When I mean full-time jobs, I mean I know one lady who she works so much that she travels every time I see her on our hangouts, and she always shows up. She always shows up. Every time I see her, she's in a different hotel room, right? She's in a different city because she's a traveling worker. She works on the road. Amazing. So when people like this make the time to show up, right? If they make the time to show up, as I always say, if you stay close to the fire, you will get heat. That is something my millionaire mentor told me, and I took that to heart. If you show up and you follow the simple strategies and plans that are laid out before you, you will succeed. Now, in today's broadcast, I'm just going to get into four pillars that will help you in your online business. And, you know, the reason that I jumped on this live just now, and I'm going to start talking about this, was because we were on our hangout, right? And I was on there and I was talking a little bit about the industry and how 97% of people are failing, but how is it that some teams are consistently making money, right? Like one of my business partners just made another $1,000 the other day. Like, how is it possible that people are making money where most people are not making any money at all, right? How is it possible where most people cannot get team duplication? They can't get other people on the team to earn with them. But in our team and with our groups and with our mentors, the way we work and do business, everybody starts duplicating, right? As long as they show up and they stay close to the fire, all of a sudden duplication starts happening a couple of levels deep, right? And that's what we're all here to do. We're all here to grow and expand and just get into this world and dominate it together as a team, right? Angeline says she's doing great. Cool. That would be me. 60% of my time is travel. Exactly. I'm talking about Angie. She's right there. You can see her. She's on our team. She shows up, and she's showing up on this live right now, interacting again. She's not close to the fire, guys. She's in the fire, okay? She's in the fire. So standing ovation for you, Angie. I can see you're putting in the work, and that is what it takes in this industry. You know, guys, I haven't been in this very long, less than 1 year, okay? Less than 1 year. Let me just take you back a little ways. When I got started in the online space, I did it out of necessity, right? There's two types of people who join internet marketing in general, just to give you some backstory. There's two types of people, okay? Let me know if this sounds familiar in the comments if you're one of these two people. Number one, you're the type of person who is sick and tired of being sick and tired, okay? Maybe you don't have the amount of money you want. Maybe you work 45, 50, 60, 70 hours a week for somebody that, you know, you're building their dream, but you're not building any of your own, right? Maybe you're sick and tired of never making it to your kid's baseball game or your daughter's ballerina practice, right? Maybe you're just sick and tired of never traveling and seeing the world. Maybe you're sick and tired of not being able to go out and buy anything you want whenever you want to. Go to a sushi restaurant and buy the nice sushi. Go have a nice steak, have some Wagyu, get an expensive bottle of wine, charter a helicopter and fly around an island with your wife for her birthday present. You know, these are the kind of things, if you're sick and tired of not being able to experience these things, then you fall into that category, the category of I want more. I know there's more and I want more, right? And then there's the other category. So that first category, let's just say we'll call you the dreamer, right? Someone who has a large dream, a big goal. So if you're a dreamer or a goal setter, a goal crusher, if you have those dreams and aspirations, let us know in the comments right now. Shout it out to the universe. Tell the universe that you are a dreamer, all right? Because the beginning of manifesting your dreams is actually saying what your dream is, right? That's why we vision boards. That's why we do proclamation statements. That's why we do affirmations. I can do a whole nother live on that, and I probably will, right? I'm not going to do that now. Today, we're talking about the 4 pillars of your business that you need to focus on, which I'm going to get into in a minute. Now, that's the first category, the dreamer, okay? Someone who has a bigger goal than their excuse and they're ready to take action on that dream. Now, category number 2, let me know if this sounds familiar. Your back is against the wall and you're in a state of transition, okay? Your back is against the wall and you're in a state of transition, meaning maybe you just had a divorce, right? Maybe someone just died in your family. Maybe you're moving towns because you have to for some reason. Maybe you're moving house, you know, you have some sort of a situation. Maybe you're going bankrupt. Maybe the bank just took your home and you're homeless, right? Like there's guys on our teams that were literally homeless when they started and now they're into 6 figures. It's fucking crazy. Okay. Like this is the reality we're living in. So you're either a dreamer and you're just shooting for the stars and you're like, that's it. I'm going to do that. I want to live that extraordinary life. Or your back's against the wall and you're in a state of transition and you know that you need to make a move. And if you don't, your back's just going to be against the wall further and you're not going anywhere, right? So those are the 2 types of people who fall into this industry. And honestly, guys, just understanding that right there, just that right there, knowing that those are the 2 types of people that do what we do, internet marketing, just knowing that simple fact, you can take that and now understand how to target your market better. You know how to speak to them because they're either one of 2 people, right? So you talk about their dream and you ask them their dreams, or you go over here and you help them work through their pain and you show them that other people have been in that situation, right? Like there's people on our team in category 1, the dreamers, who are already into 6 figures, right? They're already flying around in helicopters and wearing Rolexes and kicking ass at life, but they're still going for it hard. Why? Because they want to set up generational wealth for their family. They want to leave a legacy, right? They want to give back. They're philanthropic at heart, okay? That's number 1. Number 2, we have the people, by the way, I'm in number 2 category. I started this because my back was against the wall and I felt like I really needed to make a change because, you know, I work full-time as a hotel general manager in Asia, okay? My salary is less than $1,000 a month, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I give massive value where I work. I run many resorts and hotels and stuff. We do great things. We win awards for our service excellence. Okay, I've helped bring the service standards up a level in everything that I touch around here. My wife does the same, and so does everybody else on our team. That's what we do. But the pay scale is very low in Southeast Asia. We're in a third world developing country, right? And I knew that coming into this. I took a pay cut on purpose because I wanted life balance. I wanted to live at the beach. I wanted to relax a little bit. I wanted to get away from the corporate world that I was in before. So I took a pay cut, but after a few years, I was like, holy shit, I need to get back on the money, right? Because you can't live on $1,000 a month. It's crazy. So my back was against the wall, plus I had a massive dream, okay? So what did I do? I went online, right? I was like, yeah, I'm going to start an online business, man. I'm going to open my computer. And like within a month, I'm probably going to have a Ferrari and I'm probably going to be traveling business class and I'm probably going to have bags full of gold. Honestly, I didn't think that, but there was a part of me that thought that might be true. Does that sound familiar? Does anybody think when they got online, let me know in the comments, that it was going to be easy and quick and all of a sudden it's just going to rain from the sky because something magic about the internet is going to do something magic for you and all of a sudden magic, you're going to have a bunch of magic money? Drop magic in the comments if you had any thought like that when you started, because I did, and I think most people do. And the reason is because social media is an absolute highlight reel of people's lives, okay? Everyone shows their best day. They show the best moment of their life, and they put it up there for the world to see. Now, that's causing a huge problem in society. I won't go there, But that's a huge problem because people are comparing each other, but they're comparing their highlight reel. They're not comparing the real life. But if you assimilate that into business, if we talk about online businesses, people are also just showing the highlight reel, right? Like I made a post this morning and I said, congratulations to one of my business partners on my team, right? Who joined my business 2 weeks ago, a brand new Bitcoin business we're in. He joined my team 2 weeks ago. He's already made over $1,000. Okay. He's already made over $1,000 and he's about to make a shitload more because we just had a webinar and he brought a big team, right? He brought a big team of leaders in and I talked to them and we discussed things and it's going to pop. It's going to explode. So I made a post like that. Now, someone who's watching me, looking at my Facebook profile, they're going to see that post and be like, okay, well, whatever team Civi's working with here, they seem to be doing well. They're duplicating, they're making money. I can see these posts every day. But you know what I'm not posting, right? I'm not posting when the internet goes off on my computer and my phone dies and I can't make a post and I'm super frustrated and snapping and getting frustrated and yelling and screaming and I want to throw the computer off the cliff, right? Like I'm not posting that. You know what I mean? I'm not posting when I'm, just going for a walk with my dog to try to release some tension or something from, a hangout that I did where I felt like I didn't perform as well as I could. And I'm stressed out about it because I feel like I let my team down. For example, you don't post that kind of stuff. You can, and actually you should, because it brings more of a reality to people's lives. But what I'm getting at is people only post the best stuff. So never compare your chapter 7 or 8 or 10 to somebody else's chapter 100, right? If you're just getting started and you're on day 1, month 2, for example, I can see someone on here right now who just got started with our team. You don't compare your Facebook, your engagement, your income, your ability to do lives, your structure of your business, your follow-up sequences, your ManyChat, your autoresponders, your websites. Like I could go on and on and on. Don't compare that stuff of yours to someone like someone else on the team, for example, who's been in the game for 4 years, right? And they have a massive following and they're making $10,000 a month easy with their eyes closed. Don't compare yourself to them because they're not you. We're all individuals here. So sorry for that. I went off on a bit of a tangent, but I'm going to get into now the 4 pillars of a successful business. Okay. These 4 things, grab a pen, take some notes here because I learned these on a webinar that I paid to attend. Okay, a couple months ago, I signed up for Gurus coaching stuff all the time. I've been through most people's stuff. I've been through Ray Higdon stuff, Eric Worre's, Dan Locke's, My Millionaire Mentors trainings, various other guys. I can't remember their names. Sharpie, I've been through his stuff. I go through their stuff and I'm learning constantly because if you don't learn, you're not going to make any money. Okay, you're literally paid in direct relation to how much value you provide the marketplace. Okay, I'm going to say that again. You are paid in direct relation to how much value you provide to the marketplace. So if you're not learning and making the best version of yourself, improving your mindset, improving your habits, improving your, everything about yourself, if you're not on a personal development journey and you're not learning constantly, what value do you have to give as a leader? That's my question for you. So you guys showing up on this live, and if you're hanging around watching, waiting for the 4 pillars, that tells me that you want to learn, right? Which means you're on the path, which is great. So you can take tidbits and then you give it back to your team, people that are following you, right? You teach them what you're learning. That's what this is. That's why internet marketing is actually very amazing in my opinion, right? I'm sure you guys have seen there's that meme. There's a meme of some steps going up. And there's internet marketing and all the people are helping each other and pushing each other up and helping each other get up the steps. It's all like a big line of people helping. And then it shows a regular workplace, like where I used to come from, corporate hotel world, or any other working environment where you're just an employee. Everybody is pushing each other off the stairs and trying to get ahead of the guy and backstab people to get to the top. In our network marketing, internet marketing, digital entrepreneur world, the more we help people grow and expand and become better versions of themselves, the better off we all are. And at the end of the day, we make more money together as a team. You've probably heard the saying, teamwork makes the dream work. It is true. And that is one of the reasons I love this. I came from a ruthless corporate environment before. I was in insurance sales, I was in banking, and I was in hospitality, and they are ruthless, let me tell you. So, on to the juice. When I first started online, I was lost, I was confused, I was frustrated, and I was already in a depressed state because of what was happening in my life. So it was a bad combination. I had so many things coming at me. What's a sales funnel? What's an autoresponder? You know, how do I build an audience? How do I even get people to show up and listen to what I'm saying? What am I even saying? I had no idea what I was doing. Let me know if that sounds familiar in the comments. If you guys are brand new, let me know if that sounds familiar. If you've been online a long time, I want you just to look back on your history and remember a time when this was true, because for all of us, it was. I don't care if you make $10 million a month right now, okay? I don't care if you're Tai Lopez. At the beginning of your journey, I know you were overwhelmed. And the reason is because there's just so much information to take in. There's so much opportunity. There's so many things to buy and to invest in and to grow and to learn. And there's so many different people leading. It can be very overwhelming, right? Believe me, I know how you feel. If you feel overwhelmed, I understand, right? I was so overwhelmed. It was absolutely ridiculous. And all it did to me was spread out my focus. You know, it spread me all around. Like, I would go to one thing and I would work on that for a bit, and then I'd go to something else and work on that, and then I would buy something new and I would work on that, and then I would totally forget that I was working on the first thing, and then a week later I would go back to it and I'd be like, oh shit, I was working on that, I forgot about that, and I work on that a little bit more, right? Does that sound familiar to anybody? Let me know in the comments if that sounds familiar. You're just working on a bunch of stuff, but nothing's really getting done, right? Like if you spread yourself out, this is a problem also when it comes to different platforms like YouTube, social media, Instagram. If you're all spread out all over the place, right, you only have so much to give. You're only a 100% human. You don't have 200% to give. You only have 100%. So for example, if you're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, okay, and you're trying to master all three of these things, what are you really doing? Anybody let me know in the comments if you have an idea of what I'm getting at. If you have 100% of yourself to give effort, okay, and you sit down at your computer and you have Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, and you're trying to master all three and you're trying to dominate all three, what's going to happen? It's a number. Starts with a 3. What's going to happen is all three platforms are going to only get 33.33333% of your energy. So how can you possibly compete with somebody who's giving 100% of their energy to a platform, right? For example, say John Smith is over here and he is an Instagram guru. He loves Instagram. He's on Instagram all day long. And he decided that that's his thing where he's going to get his leads from. That's his thing, okay? He focuses all his attention on it. Now, let's say, for example, Sally over here, she's like, okay, well, I have Instagram and I also have Facebook. And I also have Pinterest and I also have Twitter. And you're like, okay, Sally, cool. When Sally starts making posts on Instagram and John makes his posts on Instagram, who do you think is going to have better engagement and better results? For sure, John, right? Because he's 100% focused on it. Now, Sally's over here, 33% focused on it, or 25% if she has 4 things, right? So she's not getting the engagement he's getting. Now you say, yeah, but she also has the other platforms. Okay, cool. She has the other platforms. So she goes to Facebook. She gives 25% of her energy to Facebook. What happens if I'm over here on Facebook giving 100% of my energy? Who's going to outperform who there? I will, right? I will. You know what I'm saying? So if you spread yourself thin, you're not going to be a master of anything. What's the saying? What's the saying? You guys know the saying? Let me know in the comment about mastering. What is the saying? Jack of all trades, but master of none. Yeah, you don't want to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. You want to master something. Okay, so I was all over the place. It was ridiculous. And I had to think, like, I need to focus, right? I need to focus. Drop a focus in the comments if focusing is something that you struggle with, because we all do. It's human nature. We get spread around and we just lose focus. Humans are funny that way. So the question is, what do I focus on that I've gotten my results from? Okay, because I went from not knowing anything about the internet like less than a year ago, okay, nothing about online business at all, zero. I've never done it in my life, to being 6 months of complete unfocused mess, right? Spending money on ads, buying all these products, doing all these things. Then all of a sudden, I got focused. I surrounded myself with some mentors. I got myself aligned with some products that I truly believe in, that I have huge value, right? That I can resell at 100% commission, which is insanity, right? Think about that. You resell it at 100% commission. So all the money's profit after your first sale. It's crazy. So I believe in the product. I get myself surrounded with mentors and strategies and blueprints and ways to do this the right way. I learned from millionaires how they're making their millions, literally, okay? And I start applying these strategies. And all of a sudden, guess what happens? Guess what happens? I start building my team, okay? I start making sales. All of a sudden, I'm having $1,000 days, another $1,000 day, a $3,000 week, right? We just rolled out a new Bitcoin company the other day. We haven't even launched it. I mean, it's been launched, but we haven't done our own team launch yet, right? I made $1,250 in the first 24 hours, okay? I went on to make another $500 the next day. Meanwhile, I was at a music festival this entire time, okay? This is the power of the internet. And if you set yourself up correctly, it's possible for anybody. So what I'm focused on is ways to set it up so that it works for me, right? And that it works and it's duplicatable for the team, okay? For the team. If you can develop a team of people that you're business partners with, that you're friends for life with, and you all start making money together, you're good to go, man. You are set. Because in an industry where people are not making any money at all, if you can get yourself surrounded and involved in a team that is making money, your competitive advantage has just gone through the roof, because you're in the 3% now, okay? And then you can offer value to the 97% of people who still don't know the formulas and don't understand actually what we're doing in this industry, okay? So it's very exciting, and I'm very excited for it. If you guys are interested in our team at all, you can just go to the Explosive Entrepreneurs Team Facebook group. It's a public group. You just go through there. It'll ask you, how serious are you on a scale of 1 to 10 about making money online and being a leader? And that is a qualifying question. Only the 10s are allowed in. Since you guys are watching this live, I assume you're probably a 10. So you guys can hop over there to the Explosive Entrepreneurs Facebook group, join that, say hello, get to know the various leaders in there, jump on our weekly hangouts. We've done 2 this week already. We just did one this morning. If you want to see the replay for that, send me a message and I will send you the replay right over. Okay, so let's get into what are the 4 pillars that you need to focus on. Pillar number 1, okay, your best payday. Your best payday. The best payday you've ever had. How much money did you make? And how did that happen? Right? Literally write it down. Write it down. Like it was, February 14th, 2019, right? I made $1,500, right? I made $1,500. How did I do it? Well, I took massive action. I got into a company I strongly believed in. I asked to be on the leadership call, so I knew what was happening, right? I got myself fully qualified. I built myself a 1 follow-up sequence, just 1, right? Not like 20 emails, 1, right? I built myself a 1-page sales page. It was just a video basically of me talking about the company. I showed my screen. I showed the back office a little bit. And then I sent it to my list, which is about 300 people, not even 280 people. I don't have a huge list at all, right? I'm new, okay? I'm new, 280 people or something. And then I went and I made a live like this. I talked about it. I made 1 Facebook post. And lo and behold, while I was dancing in the sand with my lovely wife, I made $1,250. That's how I did it. So, for example, that would be one of my great paydays that I would write down, and I would write down the steps that I did to do that process. Because I'm sure you guys would agree with me on this. It's very easy to forget what you're doing and kind of forget what got you there. right? It's human nature to always be trying to evolve and grow. So even if something's working, it's human nature for us to kind of make it better or think we're going to improve on it. But that's not always the best answer, right? If it's not broke, don't fix it, as they say. So number one pillar, your best payday and how it happened, okay? Keep that in your mind at all time. Pillar number two, your best partner. This could also be your best buyer, depending on the way you look at it. If you're building teams, if you're in network marketing, if you're in the MLM space, it's about building teams with business partners, okay? If you're in e-com or you're in Shopify or more of a direct sales model, you would be thinking more like, who's my best buyer, right? So you could also call this your avatar. A lot of people call it an avatar. Essentially, an avatar, the best way to find your best buyer is to essentially look at yourself, right? What are you looking for? Remember at the beginning, I talked about there's two types of people up against the wall, or people that, have a big goal and they want to achieve it. Which one are you? And sort of dig deeper into your wound and try to figure out like what drives you, what motivates you, what gets you going. And then look for people that are in that same vibrational state, right? Because you'll start attracting them to you. And when you do that, you resonate. And when you resonate, you can become business partners. And as we like to call it, friends for life, right? Because this is a friends for life business model, right? Everybody who comes into my world and joins teams with me, we're in private chats all day chatting with each other, right? We're giggling and laughing like little school kids. That's what we do. This is a friends for life thing, right? Always remember, you're in a people business. We're doing it through a computer, but we're in a people business, okay? So your best partner, write it down. Who is your best business partner or your best buyer? You have to know your avatar. If you don't know it, you're shooting off in the middle of nowhere. If you have no target, how can you hit it, right? So you need to know your best partner, okay? So pillar number three, what is your best bait? Okay, now the word bait might come across a little strong, but it's true. What is the best way for you to attract people to you? Okay, what's the best way? Angie says hashtag friends for life. Renee says friends for life heart. Yes, that is correct. We have a couple of explosive entrepreneurs right there. Love it. So number three, your best bait. Now, what is the best way for you to attract your best partner, right? Which leads to your best payday. So you could look back at number one, your best payday, and you could think, well, I made a post on Facebook and the way that I worded it specifically that day would be considered very good bait because clearly I had a lot of engagement and clearly I made 2 sales, right? So that's a great bait. So I'm going to go look at that and I'm going to see how I posted it, maybe the time of day I posted it, what type of content it was. Did I do a picture? Did I do a video, right? What's your best bait? Now, the only way you're ever going to know this is by testing, okay? This is a testing model. You have to just test and tweak, test and tweak, test and tweak. Nobody can ever tell you what the best bait is. Why? Because they don't know your perfect business partner. They don't know your avatar. Only you do, right? This is an individual thing. Only you do. You're attracting a specific human towards you. So I can't tell you what your best bait is. If you ask me, I can't tell you because I know my best bait because I know my avatar. Okay? I know how I got my best payday and I know my best bait, but it's an individual thing. And the only way for you to know this is to test it and tweak it and take massive action. It's the only way. The best thing you can possibly do in this industry, guys, is to fail forward as quickly as possible. Okay? The fourth, this goes along with best bait, best process for attracting. So basically the process that you go through, possibly you have to change the state of yourself, right? You need to be in a certain mental vibration and a physical vibration when you're talking to people, right? If I'm on this live right now and I'm like, what's up guys? So I guess the 4 pillars to making money online or something. If I was doing that, number one, none of you guys would be here, right? Number two, I wouldn't be attracting anybody. I would be attracting a sloth, right? a sloth. Anybody feel me on that? I would be attracting someone who's just laying on the couch, being lazy, not proactive, not full of energy, not pumped up, pumping their hands up in the air and getting fired up like me, right? I want to attract people that are like that, pumped up like me, fired up for their goals and their dreams, willing to work and put in the time, a couple hours a day max, right? And just drive themselves towards their dream. That's who I'm trying to attract, right? So when I think of my best practices for attracting, I have to think, who's my perfect business partner and which state do I need to be in to attract them to me successfully? Okay, so that's the process I go through to attract the right type of people towards me. Because believe me, when I first started, guys, I was attracting the scum. And the reason I was attracting scum, when I say scum, I mean scammers in the cryptocurrency space, people that are known as just, you know, these big gurus that don't give a shit about you. They don't know your name. They don't know anything about you. They just want your money. I was attracting them to me. And the reason was because I had dollar signs in my eyes, because I was so new online. I thought that that's how business was done. Okay. Most people fall into this trap. Don't feel bad about yourself if you did as well. Most of us did. The key is understanding it, recognizing it, surrounding yourself with quality people, and then lifting your game to a new level. And once you reach this level, then the sky is the limit, right? Once you understand the strategies, once you understand how to attract people, once you understand, you know, attraction marketing in general, once you know who your best partner is, once you know what your best bait is, once you know how you made the most money in one day, once you know these things and you start cultivating sort of an idea in your mind, and then you act on it every single day, all of a sudden, all those scums and scammers, they completely vanish from your reality, completely vanish from your reality. And the only people who come towards you, like for me now, the only people really who reach out to me are marketers, successful people, people that are really living their dream. You know, they're working towards it very hard, right? They're going to events, you know, they're traveling, or if they're working a full-time job and they're at home and they have the kids screaming in the background and it's a chaotic mess, they're still on that damn computer working towards their dream, right? Those are the people that I'm attracting to me now using these 4 pillars, okay? And when you start attracting these kind of people, it gives you energy, right? It gives you energy, and you use that energy productively to then give back to your team and help everybody explode as entrepreneurs, okay? So just to give you guys an idea, as I mentioned earlier, we have weekly, bi-weekly hangouts. We have hangouts pretty much whenever we feel like it. We do have a set hangout every Monday at 7 p.m. Standard Pacific Time. Monday, 7 p.m. Standard Pacific Time. That's a weekly hangout that we have scheduled every week. But we also have random sporadic hangouts like we had this morning, right? And on these hangouts, we talk about this kind of stuff, this kind of content. We give tips and tricks as to how to grow your engagement, how to, you know, become a leader, how to stand up in your space. And, you know, that's what it's all about. So I encourage you guys, if you're just getting started, or if you're struggling in any way, or if you're kicking ass and you want to bring some value to our team, and join us and rock star that with us, right? Join our Explosive Entrepreneur Hangouts. Just ask in the comments for the link. I'll send you the registration link, and you'll just get a reminder in your messenger when we go live, right? Because I use a chatbot to automate my back end. I recommend you guys do the same. It helps me. I just do one click and it sends to everybody. Okay, if anybody wants to learn about that, just reach out to me and I can show you. This is the kind of stuff that we go through in our team, right? There's a full training on this in our team. And I'm going to do another one this week and show you guys a little bit more about that stuff, because I'm actually automating the training sequence now. So people that come into our space, say my teammate recruits another person, that person can have access to a quick start training that is automated. So we're going to explode exponentially because we have the training, we have the automation, we have the weekly hangouts, and we're going to be doing launch events and webinars and all sorts of team building activities and fun stuff over the next years as a Friends for Life team, right? That's what we're doing. And it's going to be amazing because we're all going to grow. We're all of a sudden going to start living these totally different lives. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm very excited about the whole thing. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate your time here on this live. Ask for the Hangout link in the comments below. And if you want to see the replay from today's Hangout, ask in the comments below or just send me a direct message and I can send that over to you right away because you know I have it ready. You know I have it ready. So Renee, Angie, sorry, it's hard to see who's on the call. Oh, here we go. Frank, how you doing? Dodge is here. Matt Harvey's on the call. Alwyn. All right, all right. All right, guys. Well, I hope you got some value today from the 4 pillars that you need to focus on in your business. Just to go over them in 1 second, just so you can be reminded. Pillar number 1, your best payday. What made you the most money? Write it down and remember it. Your best business partner or your best buyer. Who is your avatar? Who's the person you're targeting? Hint, it's you, okay? Someone like you. Best bait. What gets the people coming towards you? What is your secret sauce that gets people coming towards you? Is it a video? Is it a certain you post? Is it a live? Is it a graphic that you make on, Photoshop? What's the thing that brings the most people towards you, right? And last but not least, what's your best practice for attracting people? What do you need to do to yourself to make sure that people are actually coming towards you, that you want towards you? You're attracting the right people, okay? So those are the 4 pillars. Hope you got some value. Until the next broadcast, guys, Civi signing off from Boracay, and I will see you on the next broadcast. Bye for now.